This is a world of movie remakes. It's only a matter of time before Robocop got his. Robocop. Robert. So Robocop is a remake of the 1980s movie Robocop. This one has a bit of a different spin, although it does have the same elements as the first one, but different spin. It's the story of Murphy. He's a guy, he's a good cop, he gets wasted in a car bomb this time, because this is a PG-13 movie. Michael Keaton's like, let's make him a robot. Michael Keaton's in this movie, he owns this company, he has a lot of drones over in the Middle East, they're all keeping the peace, everything's all fine and dandy. It's all fine and dandy, not because there's a lot of peace, but because the beginning of this movie reminds me so much of Metal Gear Solid 4. But the people of America don't want drones running their streets, they want police officers, they want heart. So Keaton's like, all right, let's make a cyborg. That'll get people on our side. It'll be like the Borg meets police officers. What's not to get behind? Anyhow, now Murphy is Robocop. And I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought I was gonna shit all over this movie. I was like, all right, let's tear it apart. It has good action. I liked Murphy the cop. I mean, the actor's functional in the movie. He's not blowing my socks off. I'm not like, I need to see the guy who played Robocop and more shit. But I'm saying for playing Robocop, he was pretty good. The suit didn't piss me off. At first, he has a suit that's like the old school Robocop suit, and they're like, let's give him a really sleek black suit. The trailer and the pictures of the suit didn't do it justice because he looked really small. He looked like he had my frame. I'm like, that's not menacing. You see this skinny black suit dude coming after you, you're like, what are you, Ninja Cop? But in the movie, he actually still looked enormous. He looked like a big dude. It's all right, props to the suit. The suit's not bad. I like the way he walked too. He walked mechanical. He was all like, that shit was awesome. He looked heavy. This movie does a different take where in the old Robocop, he's just scrubbed completely. He doesn't remember who he was, and the movie's about him regaining his humanity. This one, he wakes up and he still remembers that he is the cop Murphy, and he's like, what the hell did you do to me? And then he goes through a lot of rigorous training, and they're doing tweaks on him, and he's coming to terms with what he is. And then later on in the movie, they scrub him anyway and make him Robocop that you remember, where he has no real personality. Then after that, it's all about him regaining his humanity. The scenarios are, he wakes up, he doesn't remember who he is, he has no personality, now he's Robocop. Or he wakes up, he remembers who he is, he tries to come to terms with it, and then later on in the movie, you scrub him anyway, and now he's Robocop. What's the difference? About a half an hour. Yeah, granted, you got to see some cool training, and you get a lot of screen time with Gary Oldman. I think that's why they did it, because they're like, we paid for Gary Oldman, we're gonna have Gary Oldman in the movie as much as possible. So as long as they keep all that stuff in there, Gary Oldman's in the movie as much as possible. Granted, I like seeing him in the movie, it's Gary Oldman. Who doesn't like seeing Gary Oldman in a movie? But I'm just saying that whole half an hour they used to tell that story that they ended up blotting away anyway, could have been a half an hour we see Robocop kicking ass. I guess it adds to the humanity of him, seeing the humanity there and then go away, alright, whatever. It had cool effects, although there were a couple of green screen effects where I was like, I can see the green screen line around Gary Oldman's head. That's not good. This movie cost, what, a shit tillion Hollywood dollars? You can't do that better? So Robocop isn't perfect, it has its flaws for sure, but it is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, and in the end I walked out of the movie going, that was a cool Robocop movie. It feels a bit long because it slows down after he first becomes Robocop, but in the end I will say Robocop is still a good time, no alcohol required. Alright, so Robocop, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.